All right, so look, remember this? Can you hear? Oh, can you hear this?
And I take a deep breath and I get real high. And I stop my lungs. What's going on? And I say, hey, yeah. That whenever I'm at comics for the Thursday night and there's karaoke, if there's a thick or lunch lady looking white woman, she either sings that song or
Dan Brown's so good.
I don't want anybody else. When I think about you, I touch myself. Oh, I don't want anybody else. You're the one that makes me go money.
Your fucking sloppy Joe hands, the lunch lady.
He
got the slop on her tits. He's so good. He's so good.
I want to make you mine.
Oh, yeah.
You killed it on that mine.
I get what's going on. It's a fun one. People sing along with it. That's a fun karaoke. For someone to go up on stage alone at a Lonely Man karaoke and then to sing the words, I touch myself. It's like, yeah, we know.
Yeah.
We know.
Thanks, TikTok. I think everything my phone showed up.
Like, wait, you're not singing the gangbang song? No, you're singing. I say, hey,
Got a pretty wide range there,
I said, hey, what's going on?
People should follow. I don't know how Dan Brown doesn't make more stuff. Dan Brown is awesome at the things he makes. He's just ridiculously good.
When did he put that
one? That was 2 years ago when we did that stuff.
He has 370. Wow, he's got a lot of subscribers, like a decent amount. Not a lot, but I mean, he's got more.
That's only got 89 views. That deserves 8 million. Like, did you ever see the one he did my crowd work thing?
Because your name's Orligan. What does that mean in your name?
I don't know.
It looks like stand-up underground.
That's weird that your parents looked at you and said that. I think they were sick. Did your mom or dad's name? What, did you know your dad?
My aunt.
He said if you're going to do it, you better be funny.
Or did you say which one? Which one? Which one? That'd be an awesome Puerto Rican game show. A hungry man comes out and goes, we don't know who the father is. Which one is it?
He captured a joke with racism.
Oh, that would be fun. It's
put you in that piece.
He's so good. I look handsome.
Do you like Pitbull?
Yeah, I do like.
You do like Pitbull. I know you do.
I do.
Yes.
Only when he's
Mr. Worldwide. I appreciate it. What?
Only when he's with Jennifer Lopez.
Only when he's with Jennifer, but he's not with Jennifer Lopez.
No, singing. The videos.
So you don't like Pitbull, you like Jennifer Lopez.
I like them both together.
Oh, no. I'm learning. Stop sharing. All right. I don't know. I'm still learning on the phone thing. But Dan Brown is awesome. I love those things. I was thinking about that one the other day because I was thinking about when he drew the cartoon. I'm like, I remember when he did the cartoon of you and me singing karaoke on a podcast. He just said, I made this. And I'm like, what the fuck? Just made this? I can't make that. I'm barely hooking up my phone to a computer, and I feel like I'm a genius when I do. Like, look what I have done. Look what I've created. Do you know we're the only state left who hasn't opened anything up yet? Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
That's
really?
We're the only state left, and on Wednesday we'll start opening things. But I was reading this article on CNN. Only one state has yet to begin reopening, and it will do so on Wednesday. Connecticut's looking to reopen on Wednesday as officials in the state keep an eye on health data. Governor Ned Lamont told reporters May 18th that the state had hit all of its benchmarks to go ahead with its planned first phase of reopening in 2 days. We hit the benchmarks, Brandon. We did it. Means all those people that just keep walking on the Riverwalk in Ansonia sat on all those benches enough times. So they're like, fuck it, we better open up. I haven't seen anyone healthy. I'm taking the city bus to work, and there are people just going. The signs on the bus say mascara, because it's mostly Spanish people. This is a mask too. Mascara. People wear the mask till they get on the bus. Once they get on the bus, half of them take it the fuck off to make phone calls, to drink sodas. Nobody's care. Everyone's doing whatever they can to not get in trouble by the principal. That's all we're fucking doing. I'm not saying we have to do it or don't have to do it, but either do it or don't. You know what I mean? This dummy halfway. What's the point? It's like someone who says they quit smoking and then they keep going outside and having a cigarette. Like, you didn't quit. Don't say you did and you didn't. Either smoke your ass off or fucking don't smoke.
Yeah,
right?
it's like a security blanket. You know, when I was younger, I used to suck my two middle fingers. You know, I was like 41. No, when I was like,
Your two middle fingers. By the way, I like that you have 6 fingers.
when I was like, yeah, the super fingers.
If I did what you just did there, I'd throw up. I have no gag reflex.
Oh, I didn't touch anything.
Even if I go like close, like yeah, what you're doing, nah. Fine.
All right, it's so I used to carry that. I do that, and I carry this blanket, and I like the fuzzies I would make, and it was like my security blanket. And then, you know, one day I had to get rid of it. I had to grow up and finally get rid of it and throw it away. And I feel like when I see people walking around, sometimes not everybody, but certain people in certain situations with these masks, I feel like that's what it is. You know, like when I see a guy riding a motorcycle with a mask, but then he's got no helmet on, I'm like, I don't.
And if he dies on a motorcycle accident, it'll be COVID-related death.
Yeah, but it doesn't, like, I ride a motorcycle. Yeah.
He's going to get hit by a truck. His head's going to come off, and they're going to go, that was COVID-related.
He had a mask, though. So
he died from COVID.
He did die. Yeah, they are saying they're doing that a lot, man. That's
a lot.
Really crazy.
A lot. Everyone that dies of corona. Everyone. Even if you didn't have it, because you did it. Because it's corona time.
Yeah, but it's funny when you start talking about this stuff, they'll censor you. But then that's exactly what they're saying. Like, even when I was watching one of the Trump briefings, that lady that's always up there with the scarves, whoever the hell she is, she was like, they asked
Johnny Depp.
Yeah. She was Johnny Depp's mom. She was like, you know, she goes, yeah, anything, if they die from a heart attack and they had COVID, then we count it as a COVID death. They asked her like twice. No one even had a problem with it. And the thing is, I don't understand why people think that we're conspiracy theorists or whatever, or I am, because you question it. It's like, no, if you read their documents, all the news, that's what it's meant to do. It's meant to, you know, that's not even a big secret. You know, they say it's the CIA feeding them a lot of the stories, you know, like, here, tell them what to say.
I also love the fact that we're a people. We've turned into a people that need statistics. Who cares how they, it's so, people are like, how many died? I'm reading here, more than 90,000 Americans have died. Why are we counting it? Just corona. And we're saying, what's a corona related? It's not baseball card stats. Who gives a fuck how they died? People died. A lot of grandmas aren't going to be around. You know how many less Christmas gifts people are going to get? It's going to be real fucking sad in December. Grandmas sometimes step it up way better than fucking regular parents do. I know my grandparents, when I was a kid, my parents didn't have a lot of money. My grandfather would give every kid $100 bill. We couldn't wait for that shit. They would open the card. We didn't care about anything else. You'd open this little like card and just be 100. And you didn't know what the fuck to do with that as a kid. But you're just like, I have $100 bill. There are going to be
like
a lot of
80s,
kids.
Man, like, fuck, that was, people don't understand. That was like having about $400 in today's money easily.
Right, but to a little kid, it was still just 100.
It was like $1 million.
$1 million. It was $1 million. It didn't matter. I would get $100. My brother would get what my sister would get. We're like, fuck yeah, it would be excited as could be. $100. There are going to be kids. If this was Corona time, I wouldn't have gotten it because my grandparents would be dead, and nobody would have stepped it up and given me $100. That's the stat. How many 90,000 kids aren't going to get $100? Yeah, because they're going to get $500 from Trump, but the kids aren't getting that. Give it to the kids. Why did Trump give the kids? That's what Trump should do. Give all the kids $100.
Yeah, he's doing the total opposite though, because he's printing all this money and he's really just putting all the kids in debt because now they're responsible.
Take that, kids. There you go.
Exactly. Trump, he hates kids. That's because they can't vote, so he doesn't care.
He doesn't hate kids. He just doesn't care about when they. Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's not going to affect him. He's talking to Barron. He's like, maybe your second term will be tough.
Term. Yeah, they're not going to call terms. It'll just be emperorship.
No. I know Trump will keep the lingo. He'll keep it up. He'll have a crown on. And they'll be flying.
It's the presidential crown, guys. It's normal.
It's a crown. It's the best crown. It's so huge.
It's like
a crown. My favorite thing about Trump, I don't hate Trump. I don't. I have to say I don't hate Trump, but I do love when he says. I love when he says China. China. He hits so hard on the. China, and he like yells at him with that reporter. They all have the masks on, and he's like, she's like, why do you care if we're the best at this or best in that, whatever? And he's like, everyone else is dying. He goes, why don't you go ask China? And she takes her mask off, and she's Asian. She goes, why did you ask me that? And he's like, I don't fucking know, bitch. Go sit down. I didn't know you were Chinese under your mask.
Yeah, I don't hate Trump at all. I mean, I think he's kind of just like playing a role. For me, it's entertainment. What I don't like, I don't really want to say I hate it, but I just can't stand people's reaction in the way that they're just acting like a bunch of little not Americans. I'll say that. You know what I mean? Trump, he's doing his thing. You know, if you want to follow him, do what he says, then it's those people. But yeah, it's hilarious. He's so funny too. He's so quick and like he's up there. Like I saw a meme today and it goes, remember when presidents used to lie to you in full complete sentences and it was a picture of Obama? I'm like, yeah, that was weird when they actually used to speak to you. Now she's just up there like, da 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 da. I feel like I'm watching the insult comic dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but listen, I'm not as educated into this as you are by far. But I think that the Obama stuff is just people are romanticizing this. Like I can look back at old relationships and just remember the good times, but like it wasn't all good. He was smooth. It was different. The country became. People feel like the country became more together when he got voted in. Those are the loud people who voted for him. There were a lot of people like they weren't together. It just shows the sides. I'm not Republican or Democrat right now. I don't know what the fuck they are. I don't believe in those terms. I think they're now conservative and liberal, whatever. They're different worlds. But it's the simple fact is that it's like when the Yankees would play the Red Sox forever in battle, and for years the Yankees would win 27 championships and yell at the Boston people, you fucking losers, the curse of the Bambino, all this shit. The Red Sox would lose. The fans every year would come back in April, and what would they do? They would just dust it off and cheer their ass off again. The second they won one, and I'm a Yankee fan. This is going to turn me off from being a Yankee fan. Every Yankee fan was the biggest fucking baby. The biggest fucking baby. It's like they won one. Then they start winning a couple more. Like, let them have their wins. Just dust it off and try to root again for your team. They did it they took the beating for 100 years. The Democrats, when they won, dancing in the fucking streets, doing the robot and shit, like everything's wonderful. Blacks, whites, Chinese, you have a dick, don't have a dick, don't matter. Boom, boom. They're all excited. And they didn't really feel that way. They just wanted to yell. It's all the minorities that wanted to yell and say things. Now Trump's in. The crying, the decisiveness, how divided we are is insane. We weren't that divided when Obama was president. The conservatives sat there and said, we'll wait this one out, and hopefully next year after spring training, we'll get a win. And that's what they did. That's why I don't mind Trump, just because the way the sourpuss fucking liberals are.
Yeah. And it seems that all the good qualities I would find in a liberal, like maybe anti-war or pro-free speech, it seems that once Obama got in there, they kind of shut up at that because he went along with the wars. So then all of a sudden, if you criticize Obama, you're racist. Well, I'm just talking about the war that he said he was going to stop. So you're just left with all the terrible qualities. You know, now I feel like Trump is kind of doing the same thing to the right. But like I said, it's hilarious to me. And, you know, Trump, I think if Hillary Clinton tried to sign a $3.2 trillion bill, the guys would be down there with rifles. But since Trump did it, nobody cares, you know?
Yeah. I don't know if you know this, Barack Obama helped a stat out. Every black president has tried to start wars.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if
you know it's even funnier, but it's kind of sad is because he allowed, you know, his administration took out Gaddafi in Libya. And now because of that, there's actually open slave markets back in Africa. In Libya, so the first black American president brought, you know, slave traffic, not, you know, directly.
Are they open wet slave markets?
Probably.
I would like one mandingo and one bat, please.
Exactly.
Which one are you going to eat? I don't know.
The irony of it all.
They both taste like chicken. Oh.
Yeah, it's like the left is like, you gotta the minorities, but what about when we're dropping bombs on them? Oh, those don't count. It's just the ones on our border that we gotta. All right, let's play a fun game. You name a state, and I'll tell you where they're at right now with openings. Yes, I love this game right now. All right, we already said where Connecticut was. You know what? I haven't heard anything about. What about Oklahoma?
All right, let me put it in here.
Oklahoma.
They gave you a fun ticker where you go through, and I would put it back on the phone, but it's going to be too stupid. So I'll be on the computer. All right. Governor Kevin Stitt allowed some businesses to reopen beginning April 24th. So they've been open for like almost a month. Among them are personal care businesses, restaurants, dining rooms, movie theaters, sporting venues, and gyms if they maintain, with an asterisk, strict social distancing and sanitation protocols. Bars, however, are still closed. The plan involves 3 phases, and Stitt cautioned we will not move into the next phase until the data tells us it's safe to do so. I mean, if you're going to open a movie theater, open a bar. What's the difference? You stay longer? I don't understand the difference. At movie theaters, everyone getting their own row? Like, what the fuck? How are we all just doing the homo seat? Like that seat where you put in between your friends? Are we doing? Is that what they're doing now? You got to have that one seat so you don't seem gay. Like, what's the 6? Why would you go to the movies right now? First of all, I don't understand why a bar can't be open, but a restaurant can't be.
You know, it's really strange. Around the founding of our country, a lot of it was done in taverns. You know, all the forefathers and stuff met in taverns. The Marine Corps was established in a tavern. So now they have all the bars shut down. It's really eerie. It's really weird.
But the forefathers also did not like ladies or the blacks or anything. They thought Chinese people, forget a coronavirus, all they could build was a railroad. Hey, that's all they could do.
Oh yeah. No, not all of them, but yes, you are right. A bunch of them.
All right, name another state.
Let's go with Rhode Island.
I don't even consider them a state.
Yeah, because they got pretty crazy. They were stopping people at the border with New York plates.
Tell you how crazy they are. I didn't realize they had a lady fucking governor. Governor Gina Raimondo said May 7th that the statewide stay-at-home order would expire May 8th, and the state would begin phase 1. So she announced it, and then the next day, people must have just been running. Like, go! It's like phase 1 of its reopening. As of May 9th, these places or services may restart if they comply with rules like cleaning frequently, reducing capacity. Yeah, basically just do your fucking job. I like that. You can stay open. We're going to check on you. Keep cleaning your shit. But it's not like, it doesn't seem like an order. Employees of office-based businesses who need to go on the office may do so on a very limited basis, but work from home is encouraged still. Strict restrictions remain in place for some businesses. Restaurants are still limited to delivery and takeout. Outdoor dining may be permitted eventually in phase 1. Nursing homes and assisted living facilities remain closed to visitors. Keep looking at the window at grandma, kids. Look at her. She's like a lobster. Which one's grandma? I don't remember. They all look like prunes. It's like, just wave at all of them. They're all the one that doesn't die is your grandma now. We can just pick any of them. I would just wave. I'm the old person. I'm all your grandfathers. I don't give a fuck. I fuck your mom.
Think of the terrible humans they're creating right now, because you know how they say like the baby boomers are just like the worst. They came out of the World War II trauma. Just imagine the kids are going to come out of this fucking mask wearing, social distance trauma. It's going to be
therapy is going to be through the roof. Oh, by the way,
it's going to be like Demolition Man
in true Rhode Island trash style.
Yes.
On May 19th, Raimondo announced a smartphone app for residents called the Crushing COVID. The app will update Rhode Island on the reopening. Crushing COVID. It sounds like a fucking like Gleaming the Cube Part 2. Fucking Crushing COVID. Like you're just skating around like Tony Hawk's in Crushing COVID. Why is that your name? Why is that the name of your app? Why is she launching that's how you're wasting the state's money. No one's working right now, and you're wasting the state's funds on the Crushing COVID app. I got to know what it looks like. It's got to be nuts. But like, all right.
It explains why the cast of Jersey Shore was from Rhode Island. You're like, all right, they were definitely crushing.
Wait, the cast of Jersey Shore was from Rhode Island?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They're from Jersey Shore.
No. Rhode Island is like one of the biggest areas of like East Haven in the country.
But why was it called East Haven? Why was it called the Jersey Shore?
They would go to the Jersey Shore to hang out.
I thought they were all just from New Jersey.
No, they were. I didn't know this. Yeah.
It.
Well, because I'm a DJ and we would always do these parties, and I would have to see some of it. So yeah.
Oh, I know who they are, and it was a pop culture phenomenon. I just never actually. I know who the Tiger King is. I didn't fucking watch it, but I know who they are.
Thank you, Pat. I love you so much. I don't watch it either.
I just can't. I don't know. I can't.
Yeah,
there's a really good show on Netflix now about acid and tripping, and it's got like Ben Stiller, Sting, A$AP Rocky, a bunch of different celebrities talk about their first tripping experiences. It's pretty good. Name another one.
All right, let's go to.
I'm gonna choose one.
Yeah, you choose one.
I want to go with Alabama.
All right,
I want to know how our friends down there,
Alabama,
how they're doing.
Did you see the video of out of Alabama with the cop who like face planted that lady at a Walmart?
No.
Yeah, she this lady didn't wear a mask and got a little mouthy. So the cop, there was a security guard, but he was also a cop, but he was in a role of security guard. So he handcuffed her, and she was still squirming, and he picked her up by her arms and just face planted her into the ground. Ooh. It was.
Was she pretty before?
No, she might have got prettier now.
I just made you pretty, girl.
Yeah.
You ever hear about hitting the wall? You hit the floor.
Yeah, it was. Everyone was like, "Ooh!" And some lady was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like,
how about that dude in New Jersey who was working out and got arrested? You see that guy?
I heard about it. I didn't see it though.
He was working out. He just went into a gym and he worked out. And they arrested him. They're like, They said they don't even know what they're charging him with yet. How do you arrest them? How do you arrest someone when you don't know what you're charging them? You're under arrest. What am I being charged for? Oh, we're not sure.
How do you do that as a police officer? How do you sleep at night? Like face yourself? It's crazy.
Well, I mean,
I know how they do it.
It's not their orders.
Orders don't matter, man. See, that's the logical fallacy I see, because the people who make the orders, yeah, they're terrible, but they're not doing anything. They're telling you, and these people are taking their free choice, their free will, and going out and doing it. You know what I mean? That's where the rubber meets the road. That's what the Nazis tried saying. It's like, nope.
Yeah, well, the Nazis, they had to pay their bills sometimes. And I get it. The low-level Nazis had to go pay their bill. Like, I have to go to fucking work at a retail store at fucking Big Lots now. I don't want to go out and get the carts. That's what retarded people do. But guess what I had to do today? When Pete turns to me and goes, "Hey, Pat, go get the carts." Yeah, he gave the orders. I would like to say, no, I'm not getting the carts. But I got to fucking pay my rent. Yeah, but so I had to get the cart. Me and the fucking Nazis are out there hailing the carts.
You're not violating anyone's rights, though. You're out there doing a job,
Someone ran over a cart with a fucking car. They got the wheel off it. Another one, a cart was in the road. It tried to cross this, Burger King, it tried to cross the street. It was in the middle of I don't know what the cart was doing. Someone just launched it. So I had to go get it. Done.
The cart's like, I'm done.
I had to go get it, and I turned to get it, and I see a truck coming down the street, and he's not stopping. I had to put my hands up like, "Hi, I'm a human being with a cart." He's like, he had to look up from his phone, almost killed me. The Nazis didn't get run over.
People are worse.
The Nazis had it better than me. That's all I'm saying. Why did I take my glasses off to read? And
some of them, the ones that came to work in this country, the thousands of them after the war.
When the state's stay-at-home order expired April 30, Alabama was out early. It issued a replacement order that encouraged people to stay home and continue to ban not work gatherings at 10 or more people. It also allowed retailers and beaches to reopen with restrictions. Starting May 11th, new rules are put in place through at least May 22nd. The new rules are non-work gatherings of any size will be allowed as long as people maintain 6 feet of distancing. We're having a meeting of 500 people. We're going to need 7 football fields. And one guy's job is to go around the yardstick and make sure everybody's – hey, let's just take – pool noodles and tape it to our dumb chest and make sure that they're 6 feet long. So that way we can make sure no one touches this 6 feet.
It doesn't work. It doesn't make sense. Okay. It's like anti-science. There's people who are laughing at us. They're like, you guys are like using leaders right now.
Are you telling me that 5 feet I could die, but one extra foot? Wait a minute. I thought you said 6 feet. That guy laid down. He's only 5'10". He lies. Oh no, we're gonna die. 2 inches. We did it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm taller, so for me, I should be able to get closer to people because
I don't know the rule. How about back before I get to Alabama? Get back. I'll get to the bus thing. So I'm on the bus this morning, right? And there's this, sassy. Those fat white women that think they're black. They're the worst women. Like they're the ones that they already had attitude. She's late to the bus, but she's putting a hand up like, hold up the bus for me. Hold up the bus. So she walks over and she gets into the bus and she's already yelling. She's got no mask on. She's on her phone, just fucking yapping. And she sits right behind me. Now I don't give a shit, but I know I'm wearing the mask because like I told you before. I wear the mask where people tell me to. I just don't want. I got enough problems in my life right now. I'm not stirring any shit up. I wear the mask where I have to go. The second I go outside, I take the mask off. But if I'm inside, if someone says to me, "Hey, we'd like you to wear the mask inside here," I don't fight it. I don't give a fuck. I have a mask. I put it on. I do whatever. I'm sitting there, mind my own business, whatever. She's yapping away on the phone. This black dude behind her finally just walks by her, goes to the bus driver and says, "Excuse me, sir, can you please ask her to put her mask on?" She just keeps yapping and open her mouth, and I don't like it. And she goes, "Oh, you ain't telling on me." I was like, "Ah, shit." He actually tried to do the right thing. Like, he tried to get, like, people. He wasn't going to try to fight with her. But right away, she's like, you're going to tell me? You ain't going to tell me shit. And they're fucking fighting 2 inches from behind me, just yelling. I can feel the spit. I'm like, I'm dying from the corona spit now. And they're yelling. And she's on the phone. And she's going, "Yeah, this guy's trying to tell me." She's putting a finger up. "Shut the fuck up. I'm talking to my man." And she's like, "Oh, where are you getting off?" And the guy goes, "I'm getting off downtown." And she goes, "Oh," I told this man, "Meet downtown. We're going to fuck this guy up." And they're just yelling all this out. And he's like, "Fuck you, bitch. Put your mask on." She goes, "Fuck, call me a bitch. You're a bitch." And they're yelling and fighting. And then after they're done fighting and she's done on the phone, she puts her I'm not kidding you. First of all, she moves her seat to be in front of me now. Now she's next to me on the other side. I'm like, fuck. She takes her phone out, puts on a mask after all that, takes a selfie, sends it somewhere, and then takes the mask off. I'm like, what the fuck?
It's like virtue signaling.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, and she's probably writing it like, "If you ain't wearing a mask, you bitch." And she's just not wearing a mask, screaming and yelling.
Doing it for the likes, because it's like it's the thing to do, you know?
Well, she got no likes on the bus. That was loud. I just wanted to go to work.
Yeah, she doesn't care about the real life likes. That's the problem with people. They don't care about real life likes. Maybe that should be the name of the podcast.
Real life.
We only want the cyber likes.
Cyber likes. Non-work gatherings of any size will be allowed. I said before. Governor Kay Ivey. I wonder if it's a guy or K is a weird name. K-A-Y. That includes houses of worship. The Lord. 6 feet away from the Lord? You got to get rise up. You can't be 6 feet away from the Lord.
Do you think 6 feet is just because, 6 feet under? You think that's a coincidence?
Well, I wrote that on Facebook to Bob Levy today. I was saying we were going off, and this will go off. I was going to bring this up to later. We'll go into it now. I was listening. We made a joke about Joe Rogan's podcast today. He had Patton Oswalt on. That's the one they put out today. I don't know if it was live with her. But Patton Oswalt was on. And Patton Oswalt was talking with Joe Rogan about whatever, talking about parenting. And at one point, Patton Oswalt said about how he's the softie because when his daughter wants something, even though he might say no, that mommy's always going to say, he might say yes, mommy's always going to say no. And she has to go talk to mommy about it. And I'm like, wait a minute. I thought Patton Oswalt's wife died. Her mom, the kid's mom died. I remember a whole thing. I'm like, did I dream this fucking thing? I thought Patton Oswalt killed his wife. Like, that's what everyone was saying. Like, I don't know if it's true, but everyone's been saying that Patton Oswalt killed his wife because he kind of was through that. So I put that on Twitter, and I was like, did I dream this, or did Patton Oswalt kill his wife? I mean, like, then I wrote, did his wife die? Why? It's weird that he's saying, like, she's calling him mommy. And me and Bob Levy were going back and forth making fun of it. And he's saying, do you think he, like, turns to the daughter and he goes, now you listen to the mommy too, or you'll go visit other mommy. I'm like, he puts her in dead mommy timeout. Like, and you're going over there. And then she's like, that's what I wrote, do your social distancing 6 feet under the original social distancing.
Yeah, exactly.
That must be the reason why. What is 6 feet? Why? Have you ever looked that up? Why?
Well, I know the reason why they tell you, and they say they say it's because your expectorant, whatever the heck they call it, your spittle and your whatever can travel 6 feet, and the virus is supposed to travel inside there. But then some studies said that it could be up to 15 feet and all this stuff. But what people were saying is that it's mostly just bunk. You can't. Human interaction, I don't know, man. It's so much that it's hard for me to get into. One of them is
do you know how many meters is 6 feet?
2.
See, I didn't know that. I just learned that by reading. Why 6 feet? When someone coughs or sneezes, small, sometimes unseeable drops of liquid are sprayed out. If you're standing too close, you can breathe them in. These droplets could contain the coronavirus. If the person coughing is infected, according to the World Health Organization, the WHO, 6 feet. 6 feet is just far enough to be out of reach. What if you're standing 5 feet away? You're not protecting yourself properly. That's what they wrote.
Yeah, and the weird thing is, like, never in history have they quarantined healthy people. You always quarantine sick people, you know?
Did you know this? The distance of 3 feet to 6 feet from each other is known as the breathing zone. Highway to the breathing zone. Right into the breathing zone.
From 1 to 3 feet, it's the breeding zone. Are you in my breeding zone, officer?
And if you're near my plate, that's the feeding zone. Get the fuck away from me.
0 to 3 inches is the feeding zone.
I know some people that get too close to me, it becomes the bleeding zone. That's all I know.
Yeah.
All right.
This is so do you? How many people do you think are going to actually do this? Because they're only going to try to tell us that we can open if we wear a mask and social distance and all this shit.
So wait, how many people are going to do what?
We're just like going to go along with it, and how long do you think it's going to last?
Most people, and we're going to be. I think what's going to happen is, I think we're going to have I'm not going to say a civil war, but we're going to be split. I think states are going to become like their own little countries. I really do. It's going to be like the Hunger Games, like the groups that choose how they live. Wisconsin was one of the, we're the ones that are first ones to like say free, fuck it, whatever. There are going to be people that are going to move. Who would have thought this? People are going to leave New York and California and go to Wisconsin. They're going to go to fucking Wisconsin for freedom. Or go to Utah and Wisconsin, the party states.
Yeah.
We're going there. Because Florida's going to become like Mad Max. Florida's going to get out of control. It's going to be like a rape dungeon. It's not going to be a good fucking, you're going to want to, it's going to smell like Dog the Bounty Hunter's neck. So you're not going to want that at all. It's going to be bad news. I'm telling you, I think some places are going to open up and some are going to be super shut down. And I think there's going to be people that want to live, under the rules and guise of the protectors and lords. And there's ones that are going to want to be like free. And it's going to be the new colonists. It's going to be the people that live in the free places are going to be like when the people broke off from the British colonies and became Americans. They're going to want to make their own freedom. And I think it's going to start a battle. And I think we're not going to be the United States. More things are going to happen. Once we're done running, coronavirus is never going to go away. It's a fucking virus. So for people to think like if we just sit in the house for 2 months, it's going to go away like a bad fart in your bed. It's not going to go away. It's Dutch oven forever. They there might be a little opening underneath the sheets and you might get a little waft out, but the stink's going to be here. It's a fucking virus. So it's not going to just sitting in our house. It's not like somebody walked out there with Lysol and blasted the plate. We're not scrubbing. No one's cleaning out there. So what are we going to do? I think we're going to have a divide. I think we're going to have states that we want to go to. I think where we're living now is going to be one of the ones that they're going to be all afraid. Connecticut's all about that. Yeah.
We're the last ones to, we're going to have to get the fuck out of here. I'm trying to already wake my parents up to that shit. Like, I think the move is just to be fucking nomadic, maybe get like a van and just live in there. Like, and there's a lot of people making some nice, I know it sounds creepy, but like they make these beautiful fucking little living places in a van and they just go,
our boy Stronzo?
Yeah.
Stronzo got a fucking RV, and him and his girl, he went to Iowa to pick it up, and they're driving all around Big Sky. And just going all that area. Wyoming, Idaho, all that shit. And just fucking check it out. He's like, why? Might as well. He goes, he's battling, he has like a year or two, whatever. He doesn't know how many years he has left. He's been trying to keep himself going, but with the money gone and all this shit, he's back here in the States and not over in Cabela anymore. So now he had to fucking do this. Might as well go see he's like, why not go see America with no one out there and just check it out one last time? And that sounds like fucking fun. That's I could never do that. But he's got nothing else holding him back. It's just him and his girl and fucking crew living in an RV. That sounds pretty cool. I mean, that's probably the move to do. You know what I mean? If you have the money and the means to do it, because right now, that's the key. If you are poor, if you're like me and you're poor, it's funny how many people that are rich, or not rich, but like well off. I'm not gonna say they're rich, but like people that are well off, like bosses, people like that who are doing well, are now having to start to like eat processed things and be a little bit cheaper. And they're like, oh, this is tough. I've actually heard people say, oh, this is what it's like to be poor all the time. I was like, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. I can't believe I'm eating American processed cheese like a poor person, like an employee of mine.
They better buckle the fuck up. It's not gonna get any better.
Yeah, I don't know where they think food's coming from, but it ain't coming in. Wendy's ran out of burgers. You hear about that? Certain Wendy's ran out of fucking burgers. It's the government stepped in because we're so fat. They're like, yo, Wendy's can't be out. You know what? Let the fast food shut down. How about this? Bring down the price of healthy food. Let people eat produce. Let black kids in the inner city have a Brussels sprout. It's not that they don't like it. They don't know how to fucking get it. And they can't afford it if they want to. But they can get fucking 2 burgers, fries, and a soda for the same price as Brussels sprouts. Why wouldn't they buy that stuff? We're going to keep everyone unhealthy. You want to shut down things we don't need to go to. As a fucking entertainer, I am pissed that more people cared about the takeout food industry than they did about people who make you laugh. Nobody was fucking giving me money, but like,
oh, they forgot about all the entertainers.
They
man.
didn't give a fuck about it. But what was the first thing people did? Nurses, go, go, go. And then right after that, it's like, yay, teams. Like, how about the doctor? You fuck, the doctor's doing it. But anyway, now it's instead of the nurses thing, the big one. What was the first thing right away? We got to take care of the local businesses. And what was local businesses? Food. Go to your steak shop. Don't worry, the steak place will make a steak. You bring it home. Make your own steak. Buy the food. You want to know why we have no food? Because people are buying so much more fucking takeout. They don't care what they're buying. They're shipping it out or throwing it out. They don't care. I'm sorry, restaurants. If you own a restaurant, I am sorry I'm saying this. You're upset. You should have been shut the fuck down right away. People can get their own food. Make sure that we have enough food for our grocery stores. Make sure the food banks are getting the proper amount of food. Make sure they're all getting that. We don't need you to fucking make me a triple cheeseburger and charge me $8 fucking so you can throw it on my steps because we can't touch each other. You touched my burger. You touched all the food. You touched the bags with the food. You touched the spatula, touched the food. You touched everything. And now you're no contactless. Would you make it with your cock? Shut up.
Yeah, that's why I argue that they shouldn't have shut anything down. You know, it's all fucking bullshit, man. You know,
it's so ridiculous. People are saying, like, okay, go to a fucking grocery store, okay? The cash, or go to CVS. They've got a glass shield in front, like they're Wayne Gretzky in a penalty box. They got a glass shield there. But you know what happens? You hand her the product, she takes it, she scans it, she hands it back to you. You touched my shit! And even if you're worth wearing gloves, you touch the gloves.
It's because when you put a screen between people, it's depersonalizing it. It's like you're on the internet, so they're taking away that human contact that people have, the face-to-face stuff. They're really trying to depersonalize and make us because that'll be easier for people to split. And I don't think. You know, I think this country should fucking break down into a bunch of, that'd be great. But the way that the evil or whatever that people want to do it, they want people to fight and do it. You know, they want people not to be face to face and talking and smiling at each other. That's why they're covering their mouths. People are on edge, man. That's why I don't wear a mask and I smile at everybody, you know, because we need that. You know, we need that. We're fucking animals. That's how we communicate. We don't just communicate with words. We communicate with our body, with our face, with the mannerisms, and they're taking that away. And we're just empathizing less with the other side. And it's going to make us, want to hit somebody. Think about when you're driving in a car, not you, when someone else is driving in a car. And
when you're getting driven in a car, dick.
And you get pissed off.
Oh, by the way,
it's so much easier to like yell at someone because they're in a car, but you would never yell. You would, but the normal person wouldn't yell at someone right to their face. You know, they'd be too scared or whatever.
Update on that, by the way. Do you have a printer?
No, but I got one at work I can access.
Okay, because
Dion's got one.
Yeah, I mean, I'll have Dion. There's nowhere to get things printed right now, but my doctor will look at that form finally. I had to get a brain scan when I went into the when I had my hypertension, they weren't sure what was wrong with me. And I said I had headaches. So they did a brain scan. And I was like, oh, shit, I've had a brain scan. So the doctor said they're not sure what they can do, but I have to drop off the form. But, I haven't been able to because I can't print it anywhere. So maybe I'll get Frank to do it or email it to me. Or maybe I'll Dion or somebody. I don't know.
Frank.
Frank. Yeah, I just did a thing with Frank on my POS thing. It was good to see his fucking alive face. I don't want to lose Frank. I'm very worried about losing Frank. Frank's the youngest one. Not the youngest. He's the second youngest one in his home right now. Got a 101-year-old. He's got his wife is younger than him. But, like, come on. This is a Frank killer. That's a COVID is. It's a goddamn Frank killer.
COVID's not real. Listen, the flu is killing so many more people this year. I think
COVID's not real. Okay,
you gotta let him out. You gotta let him out of his
We
house.
gotta let everyone out, not just him.
That's what I mean.
Our immune systems are getting weakened.
That's what I mean.
I don't ever get sick ever, and I've been I've coughed more in the last 2 weeks than I have my whole life. I've never had the flu. But people as strong as like me. I'm gonna be susceptible because I'm not fucking out there in the elements.
Yeah,
I'm hiding. I'm staying away from people,
fresh
like
air.
you said. I'm not seeing anybody. I see people through this now. This is my normal.
What's really more dangerous for people and what I'm doing, you could call it research or whatnot, is more about toxins.
I'm gonna call it whatnot.
We'll call it whatnot. Is toxins in the environment is really what is detrimental to people. And when you have people that can't move or switch environments are always exposed to the same toxins that we have in our houses, all these chemicals, this Wi-Fi and shit. A lot of this stuff, you could say what you will about it. Maybe it's not as bad and going in and out of it's okay. But if you're home all the time and you're being subjected to it all the time, it's not good for you. We're humans. We're supposed to be touching ground, out in the sun, walking around. That's how we were built. Remember, people were animals. We need some of that.
Well, also, I mean, it's funny if we're really going to really social. I know some people that are social distancing within the people in their own homes as well, which if you're supposed to listen to what we've been told, that was the beginning thing. Like, even if you're in a home with someone, you're supposed to social distance, like sit 6 feet away on couches or whatever. But everyone else is taking it as, well, in my herd, I can sit on that person's head. That doesn't matter. But other people, but no, you either distance or you don't. You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, I'm already exposed to it. Well, how many times do you say that until it's everyone? It's like a 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon thing. How many times are you going to say that? Well, Brandon, you and I were in a car the other day together, so I can just be next to Brandon all the time. And you're like, yeah, well, I also was in the car with someone else. I can be next to them, but next to them, until like we've all been next to everybody. Listen,
that's good. You're thinking too much, Pat. Stop thinking and just stay 6 feet away from people. That's what they want you to do.
I don't have
it comes apart when you think about it too much. It just dissolves. That's the problem. But if you're too busy, engaged in escapism, drinking, jerking off, or whatever the fuck it is all the time, and you can't stop and see what the fuck's really going on, then you're just going to believe the lies they tell you. And that's what happens. You're going to get on Facebook and harass people who are trying to wake you up.
I was in a local bathroom of a business, and they had a bar of soap on the sink. And you know what I did? I fucking used it.
Yeah.
Wonder why I did?
Why?
Because it's that Clerks mentality where remember the clerks on the counter, he's not there and they got the money. He's like, take what you want, whatever. How do you know they'll take the proper money? Because they think they're being watched. I know that nobody else will touch that soap.
That's so bad.
I know that nobody else will. And I went there and I fucking scrubbed the fuck out of my hand. I did a 20-second super clean, which, by the way, if that's the one thing we did get out of this, good for America. I don't think anyone was washing their hands because you know how big of a deal that was at the beginning of this? People were like, what song do you sing? What the fuck do you need a song? Listen, I have ADHD. I get distracted easily. I don't need a fucking soundtrack to soap. I can just fucking wash my hands. And I never knew it was 20 seconds, but I've seen people going, well, that's a long time. I'm like, what do you mean? You have to wet your hands. You have to lather them up. You have to rinse it off. That takes like 20 seconds. Oh, people are like, oh, yeah. I go, oh, yeah. Most people are just doing that waterfall rinse. They turn the water on. They make sure their fingers look wet. They touch it down. They come out like, ta-da. No one's washing. No one's washing. Now, I don't wash my hands listen, I live alone. I'm not going to lie. I've had some freedoms. There's been times where I've taken a piss, and I just said, I'll get it later. I did it. Lock me up.
I could.
Well, me and the guy from New Jersey working out. Lock us up.
I'm gonna get even more. I'm gonna get even more controversial because I have started doing this thing where how that George Costanza episode where he's like, I'm gonna do everything opposite. And he has that whole episode of Seinfeld where he just does the opposite of everything. I do
Yeah.
the opposite of whatever the government or the CDC or these fuckers tell me. So I've actually been washing my hands less just because they're telling me to do it all the time. So I'm like, no, there's got to be something with it. And, you know, the other day I was at Ocean State Job Lot, and the poor lady, she was so nice that was helping me. And I looked down and her hands were just like destroyed from probably, I don't know, with the hand sanitizer crap. And I just was like, wow, that's terrible. This poor lady has like destroyed hands. And the stuff that they put in a hand sanitizer, when I was speaking of toxins, that stuff is really terrible for you. It stays. People don't realize
ton of alcohol
in your system. Well, there's other stuff like heavy metals and shit, and it stays in there and it collects, you know. Ba-da-ba-ba. Yeah, exactly.
Da-da-da-da-da. Wash your hands. I got something to say. I just washed my hands today.
I got something to say. I washed my hands today.
Doesn't matter what the government says. I'm going to wash my hands. I went from metal groups to come out and start singing it. It's like, soap has imprisoned me, cleaned my hands. All that I see, absolute horror, COVID cough. I'm not gonna die.
Master of hand washing.
Master of hand washing.
Master.
Wash your hands with me. Wash your hands with me. Wash your hands with me. With Bon Jovi. Wash your hands with me. I mean, listen, I'm not washing my hands any more or any less than I was. I was always washing my hands.
Yeah, yeah.
It's gross. I touch a lot of gross things. I was at work.
Yeah.
When I do comedy, I'm touching microphones all the time. I usually have a little bit of Purell in a bag once in a while because I shake. Yeah, I have this demeanor where I act like a mean, but you've seen me. I shake everyone's fucking hand afterwards. I make sure I talk to everybody. I try to be polite and friendly. I appreciate people. That's the one thing. When I do finally get to be on stage again, I think I will appreciate the people in the audience a little more because, dumbly enough, you know, for 6-7 years, I've just been working for myself. I've just been I haven't had to work for a boss. I haven't had to be out there. I respect people that are working hard because you get treated like garbage. Like, no matter, even if they're nice to you. I'm not saying my job treats me like garbage. I just see it. It's just that mentality of like, well, you have been here less time, so you do this thing. Well, like, what? That's not why I was hired. Yeah, but you do it because, you know, I need to feel like I'm above. And that's what most people live with, but usually with bad people. I don't have it with bad people, but, like, I'm doing it. I'm just like, and I've even told my bosses, I'm like, this is just an escape for me. They're like, it'll be like a crazy day. They're like, there's still an escape. I'm like, yeah, this is way better than everything else going on in my life right now. Yeah, 100%. Fucking much rather get carts and put pillows on a fucking shelf all day.
Yeah, that's the weird thing that people don't realize. And I think that's the wake up call that's coming soon, where I feel like we're already experiencing it. It's the beginning of it, but a standard of living is going to start to go down for everybody. And, you know, a lot of people are going to be stuck doing things they never thought they were going to have to. And, you know, like when we say first world problems, we're going to be the old ones going, hey, remember when you could like go at a fucking convenience store in the middle of the night and just eat all the food you wanted?
Remember Asian hand jobs?
Remember? Yeah.
Those are gone. Oh, yeah. You're not going to be allowed to there's going to be no more rub and tugs. Those
have to get
done.
it with Purell. Ugh.
You know what? They'll allow the tug. They probably won't allow the rub now.
The tug.
Just the tug. All tug, no rub.
Just a little off the tug.
I hope everything just fucking opens back up. But no matter what, it won't. It will never be the same. It will never, ever be the same. And I already kind of forget shit. I hate to say it. I do. I kind of forget stuff. I kind of forget what the world was like. I'm already in the world of masks. I'm used to it. I see people with masks on, and I'm not like, oh. I remember when, like, 2 years ago, if I saw, like, I would still be like, I'd be hitting you as we're walking in New York. Go, look at that Asian lady. Was she a doctor? Hello, doctor. Doctor. Just some Asian lady wearing a mask. Now we're all fucking doing it.
I could one up that because I was looking back at through some memes, and I saw a meme from like January where there's an Asian person wearing a mask, and it was something like that, and it was like Asian mail order brides 75% off, and they were like laughing because they had a mask on, and another one too, laughing because someone had a mask, and I'm like, wow, this thing is already old. Like, this won't make sense if you send it to somebody. They're not going to get it right now. It's crazy. Yeah. It was only from like February or something.
You know what? The one thing I have noticed is
I still laugh at people.
Oh, without a doubt. But that's it. They don't even know you're laughing. Like, I can swear at you without saying the words now. I'm a
Look at this
mascot.
guy.
So like,
you see this face, I'm like,
yeah, well, I mean, I have kind eyes. So like with the mask all covered up, whatever, I can just look at you, but I'd be like, and they don't even know I'm doing it. I got the mask on, which is great. But like, I miss a smile. I miss a smile. You walk by someone else, like I'll take a walk or a run, whatever, and someone else runs by, and you give a little nod. Not that we're wearing the mask in a run. It's a bad. I guess it's a bad, whatever example.
I see people doing it.
I know, which is insane. You're gonna fucking have a heart attack.
Somebody was jogging wearing a mask just
attack.
like 2 hours ago.
You fuck.
Yeah.
They're dead. They're dead. COVID cost us.
they died of COVID.
Died of COVID. They died of COVID. Go fucking idiot. COVIdiot. I'm running with a mask on. Like, what are you, a COVIdiot? Look at you being stupid during COVID, you COVIdiot. Hashtag COVIdiot. There you go. I don't know. Do I want to do one more state?
Yeah, let's do. What about Alaska?
Oh my God! I forgot they were a state.
Yeah, like Alaska, Hawaii. Because
what are they doing? They're 6 feet away all the time. They don't give a shit.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And it's freezing up there. "Quote unquote" virus would probably die. Viruses aren't even alive. You know that? How crazy is that?
Is the governor of Alaska
the zombie?
Is the governor of Alaska the former basketball coach? Governor Mike Dunleavy allowed personal services, businesses, and restaurants in most parts of Alaska to reopen April 24th, but with restrictions. Hair salons can only admit. It's so funny. I don't think about regular people living in Alaska. I think of just Eskimos. I'm like, wait, why do they need their hair done? They just wear those hoods. But I'm like, oh no, there's humans there too. Hair salons can only admit customers by reservation. Restaurants will have to keep distances between tables and can't exceed 25% of their normal. How do they expect anyone to make money?
You know what they're really doing, though? This is what they're really doing. They're taking control of the means and production because they're making rules for every single business that they have to follow. This is communism. This is socialism. This is like, I'm not even being conspiratorial at this point. They're just using the guise of a virus, you know? It's crazy. You're right. How's everyone going to make any money? You can't survive in the restaurant business as it is. How hard is it to get paid doing an open mic for somebody? Because like, well, you know, we didn't. Now you got to worry about 25% of people coming in.
Who's gonna come in here and tell me I can't open my restaurant? Here come the virus guys. GUISE. Here they come. Hey, oh, I can do a little mob group that comes in. The virus guys. We're going to shut you. Oh, you're not going to do 25%? You're not going to shut. You're 6 feet apart? Okay, that's fine. Try to do that without a kneecap, you son of a bitch. The virus guys are coming for you.
Exactly what the police do.
We're going to arrest you. Oh, you what army? The virus guys. Hey, come here, Vito, other Vito, and Covito. Covito is the new virus guys. Oh, I like him. Second phase begins Friday, May 8th. Dine-in restaurants will be capped at 50% of their usual capacity. Bars will be able to reopen for the first time, but only at 25% of capacity. The same limit applies to indoor fitness classes. Got to get that blubber off, that whale blubber in Alaska. Religious gatherings will be allowed. Do you know churches are getting fucking money to keep open? They don't pay taxes. Why aren't churches paying taxes? Enough of this. They make so much money. They make enough of this thing where, well, you're a religion, so you should. Who cares? Who cares if you have a thing you believe in?
You know what it is? I can answer it for you very quickly.
They fuck kids.
Yeah, of course. But I
pay taxes on kid fucking.
I, of course, believe that nobody should pay taxes because government slavery. But the reason that they allow churches not to is because then the churches will keep their fucking mouth shut when shit goes down most times. You know, they won't speak out against the state because then they're afraid of losing their tax exemption. It's fucking genius. It's like their hush money that they're paying them. It's crazy.
But it seems like in the last 10 years, some churches have gotten a little full of we don't have the old-time evangelists, you know, like big-time rich Texas guy who was that way and did what he was told by his government. It does seem like a lot of them now are going for like, you know, celebrity and shit like that. So I think they are speaking out. That's what I'm saying. Like, fucking shut them down.
Well, now because they're losing their base because people can't go there and they can't guilt them into giving them money. You know, they got to do it over Zoom.
That one moron. Oh no, they're still going. That one guy prayed away He prayed away COVID. He said it'll be gone the next day. We've had it for another month since somehow.
I mean, yeah, like I said, you should let these people do whatever they want. I mean, that's the beauty of
tax fucking churches.
Freedom,
Fuck this.
you know? Tax nobody.
Why haven't
yeah,
you started your religion yet? I thought you were going to start a religion.
I know. I actually do speak a lot of the ideas that I speak about my podcast are ideas, the same ones that religions have taken.
No, but I need a name of the religion so I can tell people it's my faith. I'm not going to go, but I want to say it's my faith. What's the name of it?
I have laughchapel.com. You could just say.
I can't say Jesus Christ, Laugh Chapel Saints. The Mormons. All right. How about Hawaii?
They're the closest to China.
Governor David Age on May 5th announced a plan to ease the stay-at-home restrictions in place, calling it a safer at-home plan. It's almost as good as COVID crush. On May 7th, in the first phase of the plan, a number of businesses were allowed to open, including shopping malls, car washes, pet grooming, elective surgery. I gotta get a nose job, and my dog needs a shave. Can I do that? Yeah, of course you can. We're in Hawaii.
But aren't you allergic to dogs? Yeah, exactly.
My dog can surf. If Fonzie can jump sharks, I can fucking get my shampoo wax. In-person retail businesses. Beaches are now open for exercising, such as jogging, running, and walking. But here's the thing. I know all states are opening, but are states opening to non-residents?
Yeah, you could still travel. It's just
I think Hawaii should tell people to fuck off. No, this is us now. We chose this beautiful fucking lifestyle where there's very ugly men and women we flew in.
The problem is, like, tourism is their fucking crap, their main, like, staple, their main fucking.
I mean, tourism is going to be down everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the industry is probably going to die. But you know that Carnival Cruise has already been booking like a ton of cruises,
which is insane. That's just if you do believe that this is a real virus, if you really do believe this is a real fucking virus, the worst place to be is a floating death trap of germs. Just buffets and sloppiness.
The owner of
just going in and out of third world countries and stealing their trinkets.
Yeah, it's crazy.
The owner of Carnival Cruises, Jimmy Carnival.
He's like a big insider. He benefited like twice from these financial collapses, and all the cruises they're having all the drama. They were all Carnival cruise ships. It was like made for TV shit. It's crazy.
I've never been on a cruise. It's not something that appeals to me. I can give a fuck about it, but like, I would go just to watch people wear masks and play shuffleboard. I think that'd be hilarious. I want to see somebody in a bikini and a mask, and the mask is bigger than their bikini.
It's gonna be like those cartoons where you would see the lady with the veil and she looked real hot, but then it was the wolf, like the ugly face or whatever. Like,
remember that? That was a big move when we were kids. That could happen to you a lot. Quicksand could happen to you a fucking lot. An anvil dropping on your head could happen a whole bunch. But yeah, a woman could always have that thing on, like that gypsy chic thing, and then she had a beard or she was an animal. Or it was some bullshit. It's like, what the fuck is that?
There's always some fucking hook under there, That's, yeah.
I've never understood the sexiness of a genie. Like the I Dream of Genie lady, or like anything with a mask I'm like, that's not. Is that sexy? I don't know what that. Like that weird kind of see-through dance. Belly dancing freaks me out. I don't like that. I hope that goes with COVID. Get that 6 feet away from me. Strip clubs are gonna be weird.
Yeah.
You gotta have a fucking 6 foot lap dance.
Yeah.
What do you do? Yeah. Only Shaquille O'Neal can touch his boner can touch her, and that's it, because he's got 6 foot of cock, whatever it is. You think he's got a giant dick? I think Shaq does.
I mean, he's just a giant human, I would imagine, probably, yeah.
Yeah, that would stink if he had like.
Isn't his like wife like 4'11" or something?
Well, I don't think she's 4'11", but I think she's well under 6 feet, like probably 5'5". Even if she was 6 feet, she'd look like 4'1".
Yeah.
He's a monster.
Mm-hmm.
He's a monster.
He's a monster.
He's a monster. Monsters known for their. When their TV show got canceled, they started selling their own cheese. The The Munster. What a dumbass show.
I
Oh,
have-
see who died? Eddie Haskell died.
Oh, really? Of the COVID?
he's like, oh, I'm sorry, Mr. and Mrs. COVID. I didn't mean to do it at all. We were wearing our masks the entire time. We weren't out there gallivanting, coughing on the old strange cock behind the malt shop. Not at all. We were being good, Mr. and Mrs. COVID. Oh, that Eddie Haskell. He's always a good one. You died, you son of a bitch. Just yelled at Eddie Haskell from the dead.
You died.
Eddie Haskell, Fred Willard, Don Shula, Jerry Stiller, all young people dying of COVID.
Jerry Stiller died?
Yeah, he died. Remember,
COVID?
he was famous for yelling.
Yeah.
Jerry! it's just yelling. Ah! That's it. He's famous for having his son. But everyone, it's not. The average age of coronavirus death is 81. That's older than the regular average age of death. That's crazy.
Yeah. Do you know
how are we scared when it's people are dying? The average age is older than the average regular age. 81. No one. You should die at 81. You're supposed to.
Especially if you have an illness that goes along with it, or most of these people have a couple of illnesses like a heart condition and diabetes and all those other things. Yeah. It happens. You know all those choices you made when you were younger that you were like, I'm probably going to regret this later. Well, guess what? You regret them. We're all going to. Fuck it. It's what happens.
I mean, Brandon, people that made bad decisions when they were younger don't make it to 81. If you make it to 81, it's natural causes. It's nothing else. You're 81. You're not supposed. It's a fucking town celebrate that. Bridges celebrate it. 80 fucking 1. The hardware store's like, we've been around for 81 fucking years. Like, yeah, shut down. Walmart's crushing you, you piece of shit. Nobody wants your stupid wrench. They got better ones over there. Get the fuck out of here, Cletus. No one needs your garbage. Go. No one needs it. You're gone now because you're 81. 81 is fucking old. That's so fucking old. I feel old, and I'm 45. 45 is so far away from 81. 81. Frank, who's my friend, who I make fun of for being old all the time, is old, and he's not even 81. He's close. He's 78. But he's not 81. 81.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
81. That's so fucking old. That's the average age. That means there's ones that are older and younger. That's how they do an average. Everyone's died. 90,000 people died, and the average age is 81.
Well, plus they keep walking those numbers back too, and the CDC's actually walking them back. They come out like the next day or a couple days later with adjusted numbers. It's a scam.
Well, I think it's hilarious that we're, like I said before, with statistics, because like China.
Yeah, like,
hey, China, how many died for you? Oh, 7. Like, what do you mean 7? Oh, it was 7. What about all those dead bodies? Oh no, you didn't see their body. No. I like how they were just like, people were sick, so we just killed them.
Yeah.
We're just killing them. We get them out. We got so many. We got a lot. Like
I mean, in their defense, they got a lot of people. So.
Oh, you like maybe you go to the store, right? And you buy a dozen egg, and then your wife buy a dozen egg at the store, and you didn't realize you have 2 dozen egg. You're not gonna eat 24 egg. That's too much egg. So you throw out like 12 of the egg. That's what we did. We have like 5 billion people. We just threw out 2.5 billion people. It's a bad egg. You throw it out. You gotta go. Go, egg. What do you have to do? Brandon, where can they follow you? This is going to be based. I think this is just going to be a Patreon fun one. I think we should keep doing. Oh, and for people that are like, hey, it's Brandon. Are they going to talk about the retard show? We'll get back into that. I have to be. I have not talked about anything, but I've had a lot of crazy shit in my life personally right now. So the focus on a retarded thing has just been. It's been tough. It's been more fun to do this, and I just thought it'd be fun to have Brandon on and talk about all the crazy shit here. So we'll get back into that too. But this will be. I'm putting out a ton more for my Patreon folk, so they're happy with bonus episodes. So where can they can follow you? See, I know they can see some of that stuff, but maybe not all of it. Just let them know.
Go to morelawsmoreproblems.com or comedylol.com. That's where you can find all my stuff. I've been mostly more of the stuff's at More Laws, More Problems, but it all links together. So check it out.
You know what I'll do? I'll probably put it. It's going to be a bonus for the Patreon, but I'll also put it on YouTube, like public, for a couple of days. People can check it out because it's time sensitive. If I wait a couple of weeks, then because most of the things I do aren't time sensitive. We just read off all that stuff. Connecticut will be open by then, so I'll throw it out for a day or two. People on Patreon watching this, I know there's not tons of you, but I'll be on Chaz and AJ tomorrow morning, Wednesday morning at 8:20. Ashley, who's the books everything. She's like, got any fun stories that happened during the COVID? You got any fun? I'm like, no, it's not been fun for me. It's been a very tough time. I've lost all my work. I've had to get a regular job. It's been very hard. Oh, you serious? In a text, she goes, seriously? Like you didn't adopt a puppy or something? Like everyone's adopting puppies. You really can't afford a fucking puppy right now, but I'll have fun on the radio tomorrow. That should be fun. Sorry I didn't get a puppy. I can't feed myself. But yeah, I should have. Know what's hilarious, by the way? People are adopting dogs a lot, but human adoption has not gone up. Hey,
because they get the corona.
Hey, Alejandro, learn how to fetch. Maybe they'll grab you. I love that. But we're all doing 6 foot. We have social distance. We can't have people in here. But let's have this dog who's lived in a pound because we're all like, go to the no-kill shelters. That's you'll get them. You don't think they have diseases? Guess what people really die from all the time? Rabies. All the time. #1 killer. Punch, punch, punch. Rabies will fuck you up. You ain't stopping rabies. Rabies will kick your ass. COVID won't kill you unless you're 913. Get some rabies. You could get rabies and then go, you died of COVID rabies.
Yeah, exactly. It sounds like a cereal.
It is. Now with more brand. It's good. All right, Brandon, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Soon.